Oh, and the appropriateness of that song, John, the song Jealousy. You know what happens in every relationship. Most people think that it's actually a negative, but is it really? Experts say jealousy could actually help your relationship if you know how to use it in the right way. And joining us now is relationship counselor Janie Lacy. Thanks so much for coming in. Always great to see you.
Great to see you, Amy.
All right, so 3 things that we need to keep in mind that could actually turn jealousy into a positive, right? And the first one you want to talk about is knowing the warning signals.
You said it best, that a lot of people will look at jealousy as a negative emotion, and it can be very destructive in many ways, especially if someone is reacting to it versus responding to it. And in my practice, one of the things I specialize in is betrayal and infidelity, and when we look back, a lot of times people will not read what their body is telling them and what that intuition is telling them. So it's important that when they do feel jealous, you know, we went to the staff picnic and you were just talking with that girl the whole time and just something just didn't feel right. If you're going to go after him and react to that, then you're not going to get a response. But if you really think about what's going on here, is it really something that was a perception, or do we need to have an opportunity to talk about our relationship and putting some boundaries in place, which is a good thing.
And that actually leads right into your next point, which is to strengthen your communication, to open the lines up, right?
A lot of times with couples, especially in the beginning, they think everything is so peachy cream, so to speak,
right,
that they don't talk about boundaries and what are some of the things that they need to do to protect their relationship. So when jealousy comes into play, we can look at it in a healthy way. What do we need to do to put some boundaries around our relationship to protect us? Because after all, a lot of times with types of betrayals in relationships, it starts off innocent.
And you know, it's interesting to note too, I think, that the jealousy doesn't necessarily have to be over another person. It can be over how much time that person is spending on the computer or, you know, watching television. I mean, there are lots of ways that I suppose that you betray and that you can become jealous in a relationship, right?
Right. Jealousy can be looked at as something that's threatening the bond or the relationship. So it could be he's coming home or she's coming home and she's on the laptop all night. She's not giving me my attention. So I'm feeling, you know what, maybe I need to be a laptop.
Well, yeah, no kidding.
Right.
And then it comes to the next point that you have, which is the unmet needs in the relationship.
So once you strengthen that communication and you look at the relationship and realize, you know what, there's something that's alarming me here that we need to talk about, then you can have a situation where the two of you are sitting down and you're talking about what's going on in our relationship. There's something that's not being met. What can we do to strengthen our bond, to do things to, or maybe there are needs that you didn't know you had before. And because of this alarm system, so to speak, that you now know that you can communicate to your partner that, you know what, quality time with me is very important. Or when we're going out to the company picnic, that you are including me in these conversations. Right. Because you know these people, I don't, I feel left out. So it's a great opportunity to realize, you know what, there's some things that we need to talk about, there's some needs that I have, and there's some things that we need to do to put some boundaries to protect our relationship.
Our relationship expert, Janie Lacy, always has the best advice. Thank you so much. Great to see you this morning. We appreciate your time. All right, Jim, let's talk about what's going on outside. I was just out there. It is hot.